What's up YouTube? What's up Crawler Ted? Hey, this video is just in response to a video I ran across that Ted had done on his Berg, and he did not have an XR10 present to kind of compare and contrast with while he was kind of doing that walkthrough on his rig. So you know, I've never owned a Berg, so I was a little intrigued, so I pretty much watched the whole 12 minutes of it. And when I was done, I decided that I would do maybe a video follow-up and see if he'll put it on there, and just for good of people who might be researching to kind of be able to contrast pretty much the two top MOA rigs that are out there. So hoping that he does that, we'll trudge on here. Alright, so this is my competition XR10. It's all pretty much off-the-shelf stuff. I haven't done anything too crazy or custom to it. But just like anything in the crawler world, what's off-the-shelf is really, you know, done by people who are doing this stuff in their garage, not by huge manufacturers. So I'll kind of go through the rig here a little bit, show you similarities and differences between this one and Ted's. So we'll start with a servo. I believe I'm running the same exact servo that Ted is. Which is the high-tech 7950 TH. It's a 400 ounce servo, or 470 ounce depending on what voltage you're running it on. I tend to like a little bit of headroom in the performance on the stuff I run, so I'm only running mine at 6 volts. 400 ounces is plenty to get this rig around to do what it needs to do. And that is also on a Castle BEC. And then for speed controls, let's see if I can get a shot here. Try in there. Maybe. Light. Running dual Tekin FXRs with mixing done by a Futaba 4PL. Kind of a lower cost version of the 4PK that Ted is using. In any case, the programming on that radio makes it extremely easy to set up a dual ESC setup. And the main advantage being there is that you can overdrive and underdrive the axles, so you can get more RPM on the front or the rear for certain situations. Also, as he discussed, dig. You can basically lock the front and rear axle and, you know, let the rig drag one or the other end around to affect maneuvering in tight spots. Change center of gravity. Just it you know, allows you to hunker down, keep your CG low when you're climbing up steep things like that. It really allows the rig to do some pretty amazing things. Shocks wise, where Ted is running the low C, I'm running the XR10 shocks. They are I put the aluminum caps on them just for durability, because the plastic cap will pull out if you yank on it hard enough, so that really improves that shock quite a bit. I am running low C springs, however, low C golds with low C spring cups. But the shock piston, all the internals, all that stuff is axial. Still running the bladders. These shocks do not leak. These shocks have a terrible reputation for leaking, but these are perfect. I have not had that issue at all. So run the XR10 shocks. Very little of this rig is axial now, so anything that I can keep axial, I try to do so. Alright, moving on to the links. I'm running Chaotic Crawler titanium links, upper and lower. And the main reason I'm running these is that because I'm custom bent to work perfectly with the Y-Town Crawler's BJ4, Beetlejuice 4 chassis, which is this exact same chassis that Ted is running, just in black instead of white. So that chassis, those links set up, just basically a pretty amazing combination for an XR10. So in that way, this rig is extremely similar to what he's running. The main difference here is the axles. I'm running axial / Vanquish Products axles. As Ted stated, a lot very little of the axle is Vanquish products anymore, or I'm sorry, is axial anymore. The majority of it is Vanquish products. So it looks stock because I have all the aluminum in black. So at a glance, this looks very much like a stock XR10 axle, but in fact, it is fully VP'd out. Running the RC four-wheel drive, steel gears. The only thing axial left is the axle shafts. The axle shafts are axial, and the actual bottom of the axle half is still, that's the stock axial. It has the top of the axle. This is a Vanquish piece. The axle top, Vanquish lockouts, Vanquish gearboxes, motor plates, all that stuff's Vanquish. So you don't need to go over anything else there. Front's exactly the same. RC four-wheel drive gears, all Vanquish axle, running Vanquish brass knuckle weights, and I think that's pretty much it. Motor wise, I'm running Holmes Hobby. These are just machine wound 35 turn Holmes Hobby. Holmes is very popular around here because in the Kansas City area, Holmes is kind of local to us, so most competition guys here run his stuff, and being kind of the hometown hero. Run those on both ends. Next year I plan on upgrading to the hand-down stuff because it's supposed to be a lot better. So these have worked great. I haven't had any issues. Done just fine for me. Season and a half on them. Have not rebuilt yet, so still going strong. Wheels, I'm running the Vanquish SLWs, which is their super lightweight wheel. Extremely light wheel. The main reason for running these is because you're able to use that knuckle weight setup. There are other brands, obviously, like the Deluxe and other companies that allow you to run that knuckle weight, but that was the main reason I switched over to the SLW wheel. And I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of contrast the XR10 with Ted's rig. I guess one main difference that you see on the Berg is everyone runs that setup where they actually grind the axle out and the servo sits vertically to kind of keep it out of the way and allows them to get their steering up on top of the axial on top of the axle. The XR10 stock comes with a behind the axle setup, but it's just not very good. So most people take it off. They grind out the tunnel right there that stock steering linkage runs, and then most people are switching over to either just a hand-built steering linkage, or this, just like the rest of my titanium, is a chaotic crawler steering link. But you just have to grind out the back of the axle here so that you have room for that steering linkage to sit. So that's the main difference you'll see with the steering. And then you just have a push rod up here, which, you know, is kind of out of the way. Doesn't really get caught on anything. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to throw this out there. Hopefully Ted will let me post this as a video response, and so you guys can directly see and contrast the difference between Berg and XR10 MOA crawlers. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.